Hello everybody, welcome to another Let's Play. This time I'm playing a game called The Swapper, which this is kind of described as a atmospheric puzzle platformer. It was kind of funded by the Indie Fund, which was a group of pretty successful, financially at least, indie developers that decided that they were going to put together a little alternative funding model to a traditional publisher for indie games. And essentially it works as like no-risk loan to help a small developer get onto their feet to where they can be independent financially and they don't need a publisher. Essentially they just give them the money, and then if the game does well, then they pay back that loan out of the profits of the game. If the game doesn't do well, or they don't make back whatever they borrowed, then they're not liable for the rest of it. So, and of course John Blow's been on about this game for probably a year now or so, ever since it was part of Indie Fund, and sometimes his recommendations can be really good. Sometimes I can see why he likes it, but I don't really like it. Anyway, so let's get started. Okay. At this moment, because it has mouse controls, I wasn't aware of that. I'm just going to switch to the keyboard. I was playing with a Xbox 360 controller, but if it's going to use mouse controls, I might as well use those, because that'll be easier than trying to map this to the stick. Guess that's a checkpoint of some sort.
Now entering Theseus Excavation Site 24 on planet Cori 5. All off-world transport via home teleport at base of installation. All finds property of the Sisyphus project.
Yeah, it's very atmospheric. It kind of reminds me of Limbo in the sense of its atmosphere. I believe all the art was done with like clay models. I'm not entirely certain how, because they definitely have normal mapping on things and stuff, but it definitely has that handcrafted feel. In a good way, though, and not in a terrible way. Do they die when they hit the light? No. It's like there is a limit on how many I can make. There's 4 I can make. Can't shoot through that wall. Okay, make physical contact with clones to reclaim them. And have them push a button. Interesting. 4 clones can exist at the same time, yeah. I figured that out. Security memo. I don't know whether I should read these things out loud to you or not. I've heard it's bad Let's Play etiquette to read out loud. And I probably wouldn't read it out loud if I was just playing it myself. Or maybe I would, I don't know. But, now I'll just read them out loud. Listen, we're grateful, but to be frank, half my team refused to be in the same room as one of these swapper devices. I hardly envisage their use becoming widespread enough to justify the security precautions you've had installed down there. Security precautions. Okay, how do I get back out of this? Okay, F. Cool.
Radio uplink available. Broadcast location, Mine Science Laboratory, Space Station Theseus.
What you're telling me isn't possible. Tell me who I just ejected into space.
Oh. Creepy. Hatch. Explore hatch. Okay, yeah, I don't know who the, creepy people are I'm hearing a transition from, or a transmission from, but, definitely kind of spooking me out a little bit. Mushrooms. Space mushrooms. Yeah, okay. So, alright, I'm gonna go this way. So now I can actually swap who I am. Now we're getting spooky. Yeah, because now so-and-so here is going to have to die a horrible death. Alright. You're created inside the blue light. Okay. Still spooky. I will say one thing about the graphics though, and it may not be a problem at this point, but it's kind of hard to tell sometimes whether or not an object is going to be solid. Like, you know, this looks like it's right there, it's the same plane as me, but then, okay, well, I walk in front of it. So, okay, so I can swap. I can do that, or I can make a guy. I can't swap. I like. This button. Oh, there we go. Log. Sam, I need a security orb. I have been planetside for weeks. I cannot get clearance back to Theseus. Help me out. Kim, I can't. I want to see my husband as much as you do yours. Okay. Some people trapped here, maybe?
The ship I came here in is fried. I have a rescue team on the way. They'll be here in a day's time. Why not? There must be something we can...
Alright. Definitely a lot of spooky stuff. I mean, I ejected from an escape pod to this planet. So, obviously, I'm not here on purpose, I guess. I can't go this way. Teleport. Oh dear. Teleport offline. Thing looks spooky as hell. More encryption orb is required to access the teleport activation console. Okay, so I need to find some MacGuffin. Console. From Chori 5, excuse me, activation site 24. It's a V, it says V. Okay, so Theseus quarantine. Okay, so they're quarantined. Body. We need a faster turnaround down here. The last shift was supposed to go home 6 hours ago. Instead, you got them shipping back more rock samples. They're tired. Please advise.
You can't make me do that. I won't do it.
Guess we need to make a guy up here. Slurp, slurp.